Stories for Wise Children. The Bored Bear. A wise storyteller once said,
If you're feeling bored, listen to the tale of the bored bear and his cure.
among all his toys, the teddy bear was the one he liked the least. It didn't do anything. It just sat there in the corner of his room, doing absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. He often told his parents that he didn't want it in his room, but they always reminded him that his grandparents had given it to him on the day he was born. It was his very first gift, and it would stay there until he learned something important the bear had to teach him. He shrugged. He had no idea what a boring teddy bear could possibly teach him. One night, unable to sleep, he started to hear a whisper. It must be the wind, he thought. But the branches of the tree outside his window weren't moving. He listened more closely. Yes, it was a voice. Could it be his parents? No, it wasn't their voices, nor his brothers or sisters. Who could it be? He scanned the room. None of his toys moved. The moonlight was bright enough to see everything clearly. The whispering grew louder, but who could it be? He turned on his bedside lamp. Everything seemed in place. He switched the lamp off, and that's when he heard a small voice.
Of course you don't see me. You never look at me.
The voice complained.
To you, I'm just a boring teddy bear.
He switched the light on again. He had definitely heard it. But it couldn't be. The teddy bear couldn't talk, especially not that boring one. He looked over at the corner of his room. There it was, just sitting there. And then, suddenly, the teddy bear winked at him. He pinched himself. Was he dreaming? No, he was wide awake. The bear winked again.
What are you doing?
He asked, unsure what else to say.
Nothing.
Replied the bear.
I'm just a boring teddy bear, remember? I do nothing. Nothing at all.
It was true. The boring teddy bear was talking. To him. He tried to apologize, but no words came out. All he managed was, "Well, I thought that," before trailing off, embarrassed that the bear had overheard him calling it boring. The bear, noticing the boy's discomfort, decided to help him out.
Don't worry. It's true. Teddy bears don't do much. We're not battery-powered cars, or balls, or superheroes, or even exciting video games. We're just stuffed toys, and we only do what kids imagine us doing. Do you know what that's called?
The boy shook his head.
Playing. That's also called playing.
I know what playing is.
The boy said, a bit offended. Of course he knew what playing was. Who did this boring bear think he was?
I'm telling you because I've heard you say something else many times.
What?
Asked the boy, puzzled.
You've said, I'm bored, and then your mom or dad tells you to put your feet in water.
It was true, and it annoyed him so much when they said that. He never understood why soaking his feet would be fun.
Hey, don't you ever get bored?
Me? Never! From here, I can see the clouds and play a game of spotting their shapes. Some look like bears, did you know?
The boy shook his head.
Other times, you leave the closet doors open, and I can see all your clothes. I imagine how your orange hoodie, your favorite, would look on me. I even picture myself wearing your shoes. Can you imagine that?
They both laughed.
You wouldn't be able to walk. You'd fall because they'd be too big for you, or you'd have to walk like a clown in oversized shoes.
They kept laughing, both picturing the teddy bear stumbling like a clown.
Well, that's what imagination is for. In my mind, the clothes fit perfectly, and I can wear whatever I want. But my favorite thing in your closet is your pirate costume. I love it. I imagine myself as a pirate bear, sailing the seas on a grand ship. I dream of seeing the ocean.
The teddy bear's little eyes sparkled.
Sometimes I also play with shadows, which is like playing with clouds. I imagine them growing bigger or smaller. Did you know there are 98 stripes on the wallpaper in your room? And there are 120 stars painted on the ceiling. I love looking at them when you turn off the light and they glow.
So you're never bored?
Never! I'm always playing, and my favorite part is when I don't know what to play. That's when I think and think until I come up with a new game. I even enjoy not thinking at all, because that's when my ears open up to listen to the silence. I hear birds, the wind, the door creaking, water running from the faucet or the shower. And here's a secret. If you keep your lips closed for a long time, they stick together, and when you open them, you can feel the skin peeling apart.
Really?
The boy was surprised, though a bit skeptical.
I'll try it.
He yawned. Suddenly, he felt very sleepy. He had spent a delightful time with the so-called boring teddy bear. He said goodnight to his new friend, promising never to call him boring again. He had learned that being bored could be fascinating, just as the bear had shown him. From now on, whenever he felt bored, he would remember his friend and the games they talked about. Or he might even try soaking his feet.
And what about you? Do you get bored? Well, now you know. Be like the teddy bear. Invent a game or listen to the silence, and if not, go ahead and put your feet in water. Story's done. Subscribe if you had fun.